Jim Powers.
That's happening.
Good afternoon, fat people of Runcorn.
Oh God, this is going to be great.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, your size 0 hero.
Oh.
With the pecs that write checks, so prepare to witness the fitness, because Jim Powers puts fitness first. Now I am here to address the epidemic that is childhood obesity. Because each and every one of you is getting the most horrific message possible. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, it is not okay to be okay. And the main person responsible for that is Average Joe. So I'm here today to go one-on-one with the average one. Bring him out.
Now look at this, a wonderful challenge made by the master of the aerobic, of any kind of fitness.
Every fitness. All the fitness. And here he is. The average one, Average Joe.
Now this man is below average. I agree with Jim Powers. It is not okay to be okay. If I was just okay, then I would never, ever have made it to the top level. I would never have completed so many matches in my life.
Trademark not so average entrance of Average Joe as Jim Powers does something I call fitness.
Jim Powers is a wrestler unlike any we have ever seen.
I'm going to have to take your word for it. And this match is underway.
As we see the fitness guru, the genie behind the aerobic step, Jim Powers take on a little bit less than average Joe. Now I do not agree with the crowd here whatsoever.
And this is why you're all fat. I'm worried about you, son. You are hard that waiting to happen.
I'm just as speechless as...
Now Jim Powers giving members of the audience their much needed fitness advice. Now look at Jim Powers in the ring, about to prove his what can only be described as pure fitness strength.
I'm sorry. RWA, you never cease to amaze me sometimes.
Now look at this. Jim Powers being prepared, stretching for his match. A rather innocuous comment there from Average Joe.
And the crowd getting behind the Average one.
Now look at the strength there.
Test of strength.
Look at the strength of Jim Powers, wearing down the less than average Joe.
Oh!
Average Joe making two rather remarkable
Brilliant combo.
Kissing better. Kissing better.
Oh!
Jim Powers, I don't see Jim
Love
Powers
from the
taking
crowd
that
on
from
the part of Jim Powers.
I don't see Jim Powers standing for that.
Spectacular star jumps on behalf of Average Joe.
Average Joe's our star jumps for
Oh! Ow! Oh!
and a rather harsh punch from a member of the crowd there to Jim Powers' rather gluteus maximus.
I worry about him.
Now worry about you.
Oh, Average Joe!
Average Joe on the way out.
He's got it! Oh! Kick to the
Jim
head.
Powers using his rather superb intelligence,
Telegraphing that entrance of Average Joe.
taking advantage of the fact that Average Joe has used that move one too many times.
Watch Jim Powers going. Oh no. No way. Please don't. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you.
And an excellent performance of fitness there from Jim Powers.
I thought he was going to die.
And look at Average Joe taking his time to rest on the outside like a rather disappointing RWA athlete.
If you want Joe, you can get your chair.
The referee Jim Powers slipping there just as he hits the ground.
You call that slipping? Blocking Jim Powers.
Notice the biased powers of the referee who only started counting once Jim had exited the ring. Average Joe making his way back inside the ring to take on what can only be described as this rather one-sided match.
I have to interrupt you there because it looks like Jim Powers is running out of the ring.
Average Joe using his average strength to try and pick up iron-pumping mountain of muscle Jim Powers.
Smash talk from Average Joe as
now look at the one-handed power, the strength.
Big slam.
Jim Powers with a big slam there.
Oh,
and a
kick to the back.
vicious kick. Jim Powers showing what it takes to be an RWA star.
Oh dear. The vicious squats! The most deadly squats I've ever seen in wrestling.
The glutamus maximus to the face of Average Joe because Jim Powers can. Jim Powers with a rather harsh kick there to Average Joe, even if I do say so myself.
A moonsault. Before we can see the moonsault, Average Joe rolls him over the schoolboy.
And a quick yet athletic kick out there from Jim Powers.
Right before that moonsault.
Average Joe clearly flagging. You can see him running out of breath, and Jim Powers taking advantage of the fact. Only a one count there from the quick cover. Referee a bit slow to get to the pin there. Jim Powers making his way outside.
It's Jim Powers making his way back to the crowd. At least he didn't get hit this time.
Jim Powers taking a much needed energy bar there.
Average Joe having none of it, throwing him back into the ring.
Referee once again showing the bias, not counting out Average Joe.
I can't speak for the referee. I don't hire them.
Kick to the midsection there from Jim Powers. Taking advantage. Marvellous performance from Jim Powers. Beautiful Irish whip to the corner.
Whoa!
Average Joe using his average speed to dodge out of the way. Average Joe once again skin the cat. A trademark that has become known to be less
Average Stunner.
No. And are we going to sit? No.
Oh!
Average Joe.
Average Stunner!
Average Joe went for the average stunner there.
Go
Jim Powers.
2, 3. That's the end of the match. Your winner is Average Joe.
I must say,
It's
Average Joe fairly won that match, and only won that match because of outside interference by taking the match to the outside.